Art is about just getting stuff out and just making things. It's not meant for you to think super hard about it. My week 7 recap of The Artist Way. This week is talking about recovering a sense of connection, and then for like the description or like a little sum of the week, it says we turn this week to practice of We turn this week to the practice of right attitudes for creativity. The emphasis is on your receptive as well as active skills. The essays, exercises, and tasks aim at excavating areas of genuine creative interest as you connect with your personal dreams. The different topics or like little sections it had for this week was listening, perfectionism, risk, jealousy, and then it was just that. With the listening part, a lot of like the notes that I or just kind of how I took it is art is about just getting stuff out and just making things. It's not meant for you to think super hard about it. When we allow ourselves to just get something down, um, whatever comes to mind first, there's no like strain to it because you're just creating as soon as something comes to mind. When we are listening to ourselves and when we just to create, we're tuning more into ourselves. And I feel like a lot of the time we hear ourselves, but we're not listening. We need to learn to accept what comes to you and like your creativity is not something to like neglect because that is part of you. I feel like I've talked about this before. Like your need to create is nurturing yourself. Does that make sense? And we need to act on that creativity to listen to ourselves. I feel like if we're not acting on that creativity, we're clearly just holding ourselves back. With the next two sections, I feel like they kind of, well, this all goes together, but I feel like these next two, perfectionism and risk, kind of go together. In the book, it says perfectionism is a refusal to let yourself. Uh, hang on, I can't read my handwriting. Perfectionism is a refusal to let yourself move ahead. So again, we need to allow ourselves to listen and create and to let go of any expectations. You need to make mistakes to grow. And I feel like that's just very fitting with anything. You're not always going to get everything like perfect on your first try. You're going to have to practice to get better. With taking those risks and just making bad art, you're also getting that chance to like slowly make art and enjoy the process of doing anything. Um, I feel like we get too busy worrying about the results and you're missing the fun of the process. So again, we have to be willing to make bad art, let go of any expectations you have, break through walls that you have like trapped yourself in. Um, Anything worth doing or creating might be worth doing it badly anyways because you might end up liking it more if it's bad art. Just whatever it is you're working on, there's no harm in trying. This is why morning pages plays a really big part in this because whenever you're writing your morning pages, you're not thinking um, about what to write. You're just writing everything that comes to mind. You're not worrying about spelling, you're not worrying about grammar, you're not worrying about, oh, this person's gonna know write about it because you're just writing and just dumping everything on pages, closing your journal, and leaving it. Let everything go, acknowledge and kind of like, or not kind of, acknowledge and accept my feelings and know that it's okay to have those feelings, but those feelings are not me. So, again, dumping everything, letting it go, and moving on. The last little section of the week was talking about jealousy. Um, Jealousy is just a normal human emotion, and it's not anything that we can like get rid of. We're all gonna feel a little jealous about something. Um, I don't think it's anything to beat yourself up about, but I think it's something to kind of like look inwards and see where it's stemming from. In the book, it talks about jealousy as a map to helping us point or at least like guide us to a deeper feeling we might have. One of the exercises I liked that went with the jealousy was naming people you are jealous of and then why, and then list an action on what you can do. I really like that because it just helped me dig deeper onto maybe things I think about and hold on to, and just help me figure out where it's stemming from. Another exercise I liked for the week was completing the phrases. So there's a list of 10, and I'll just read off one of them and then you kind of get the idea. So one of them, it says, as a kid, I missed the chance to, and then you complete the sentence. And then it just goes down, as a kid, I wanted this, or as a kid, I wish I did whatever. Um, I really did that because, or I really like that because now as an adult, I'm able to notice these things more, or just better, I guess. And like, I'm able to work on these and give myself stuff I didn't have growing up. That is all for like the reading portion. So really, make bad art, take risk, and let go of any expectations. Now for the task. I really like the task again this week. Well, I like the task every week, but last week and this week I really like them because I feel like there are a lot of more like hands-on things and not just writing. And I felt like it just like I felt more motivated to like do something. Um, I think if the next week has tasks similar like this, like where I have to go do something or have to make something, I'm just gonna write about it as I do it, because I think this week I just kind of slacked with keeping up with tasks. And okay, the last thing, morning pages. Um, I still do morning pages every single day. Sometimes I don't do them right as I wake up because I'm just busy doing other stuff, or I just allow to slip, allow myself to sleep in, and then just kind of get to it just as soon as I can. But I'm gonna make a separate little TikTok explaining it. But yeah, that is my week 7 recap, and on to the 8th. Bye.